This is Mark Schofield from InsideThePylon.com and the Bleacher Report NFL 1000 project. I'm proud to be part of the Bleacher Report NFL 1000 project. We're scouting all the NFL players by position each week and giving you our grades on their weekly performance. Now, when the grades come out each Thursday, we typically get questions from readers via the comment sections on Bleacher Report or through Twitter, sort of asking about the methodology behind the grades and how the individual scouts are going into this project and what they're seeing on film. And as part of this process, we'd like to be as completely open about our methodology as we can. And so what I'm going to try to do each week is to highlight a video breakdown just of a couple of plays from a player that either had a very good week or maybe performed a little bit less than you'd expect, had a little bit of a down week, to try to show you what I'm seeing and why I came to the grades that I did for at least this player, to give you sort of a look behind the veil as to what we're doing each week. This week I'm going to take a look at just 3 plays from Stefon Diggs, who had a big night against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. This first play is from the fourth quarter. I've got the play art drawn up so you can sort of see at least some of what's going on. Diggs is split wide to the right, sort of at the bottom of the screen. You can see by the red arrow there, he's going to run sort of a deep curl, almost like a comeback route at about 10 yards. He's matched up against Demarius Randall, and as you can see from those 4 ovals, Green Bay is going to run sort of a cover 4 concept here, but they will have, as you can see sort of at the top of the screen here, this defender's in man coverage, but here's Randall down here, and he's going to push to that cover 4 sort of quarters look. Now, what's great about this route concept against a coverage like cover 4 is Diggs is going to sell Randall on the vertical route, get him thinking it's a vertical route where Randall doesn't have help, and then simply stop, snap back, and look for the ball. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. As the play begins, he pushes him vertically and snaps back to the football. Now watch the moves after the catch. Makes both the first and the second defender miss. And this is very impressive from sort of a yards after the catch standpoint. The route is great, and we'll see a good look at it here on the replay. But what's great from this, from a yards after the catch perspective, is he's not schemed open. This isn't a play where he's running free, where there's a broken coverage, and he's just picking up chunks of yardage because of a defensive breakdown. This is all individual skill, and what we'll see here is short area quickness, change of a direction, and balance, which are key components of how well a receiver can pick up yardage after the catch, sort of relying on his own athleticism. So here we look at the route again. Randall doesn't have help deep, remember, in this coverage, so he's watching the quarterback and to see what Bradford's going to do. He pushes him vertically, gets him enough separation, and then there's 1 move, 2 moves, and then he's finally knocked out of bounds. That's just a great individual effort from Diggs, both on the route, pushing Randall vertically, getting him worried about that vertical threat, then getting some separation on the cut, and then the yardage after the catch, making a couple of defenders miss. This next play is a play from late in the first half. There's about 2:36 left in the first half. Minnesota faces a 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line, and Diggs is lined up sort of in the slot right here. And he's going to run, as you can see, that sort of deep over or post route. Green Bay runs sort of a wall coverage here. What they do, they have Randall here inside, and he's going to run what we call wall coverage. He's going to try to prevent Diggs from getting any sort of route to the inside, like a slant or anything like that. He'll carry him deep because he has free safety help deep. Now, Diggs is going to run an incredible route here and finish it with an even better catch. From the route perspective, he just runs right by him. Now, we'll pause it here. Look, there's like, in terms of a cushion, they're now even. Diggs has sort of erased any cushion that he had pre-snap, that any cushion Randall had given him pre-snap. Now, Randall knows he has help sort of over the top with his safety, but because of this route here, it freezes the safety just enough to get him to sort of cheat over to this side of the field. So now Diggs just accelerates over the top, and watch him create separation away from Randall underneath. Bradford makes a great read and a good throw, and now watch the concentration and the hand strength on this catch. The ball never moves. Pulls it into his body and it never moves. That's great hand strength. Just an incredible effort on the route and the catch from Diggs. Finally, we're going to look at a third quarter play, a touchdown pass from Bradford to Diggs. It's a 1st and 10 situation on the Green Bay 25-yard line. Adrian Peterson has just gone down 2 plays prior. So this is kind of a crucial moment. Minnesota has, I believe, a 3-point lead. It's 10-7 at the time. Again, it's 1st and 10. Diggs is up here to the top. of the screen, and he's going to run again sort of that post route, as you can see. Green Bay's in that same sort of cover 4 look where they're going to have man coverage down here in the bottom to the field. Randall, again, up at the top, is matched up against Diggs. He's going to have sort of an outside zone quarters coverage responsibility here. He's thinking that he has help to the inside, which he does. Both safeties are inside in this look. But his main concern is he doesn't have any help deep to the outside. So if Diggs runs any sort of fade route or any sort of route breaking to the outside, that's what Randall's kind of worried about, because he doesn't have any help there other than the sideline. But watch Diggs' route. He's going to run a post. He comes off the line. Randall's in pretty good position. As you can see there, he gives him the inside. He's trying to take away that outside. So Diggs gets inside leverage off the line of scrimmage. But right about here, he cuts to the outside. And now Randall is in a little bit of a predicament because he doesn't have help to the outside again. So that's what he's really worried about. So he has to overreact to that, and that's what he does. He spins around trying to get to the outside, and now Diggs just runs right around him. Like we saw in that previous play. Diggs knows from that play that we saw earlier that he has the speed to just run over the top. So now Diggs cuts to the outside, gets Randall spun a little bit, and then just accelerates away from him. Good throw, great catch, high point in the football for a touchdown. Here's a look at it again. You see off the line of scrimmage, Diggs has that inside leverage, which Randall has given him. He's more worried about the outside. He doesn't want to let him to the outside. But that's what Diggs does with a nice little jab step to the inside, swims over him. Now he's got Randall in a precarious position. Randall gets spun, high point the football, touchdown. Great throw, great catch, and a great night from Stefon Diggs. And it's plays like that that moved him sort of the top of the receivers this week for Bleacher Report's NFL 1000. My name is Mark Schofield. Thanks so much for listening and watching the video this week. I'll be back next week with another look from one of the receivers or tight ends that I wanted to highlight for all the readers and viewers of the Bleacher Report NFL 1000 project.